What's up YouTube, I'm Dualing and welcome to my first ever Banlist prediction video. So basically how this video is going to work is that I'm going to go over my predictions for the July 1st Banlist that's incoming literally any day now. I am hoping this Banlist does fix the game. Like honestly, there's stuff I want to talk about, like certain cards I want to talk about, stuff I want to get out there. But I'm sorry if this turns into a bit of a ranty / personal bias video in advance, because I am not used to doing these types of videos where I analyze the meta. I usually try and give my opinions, but they can come out a bit high, so I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, as I said, July Banlist, I'm going to be going over my predictions for it. So without further ado, let's get started. I've got my phone here we've got some cards to go over. So without further ado, let's get started. I've said that like 3 times now, but I mean it. Okay, so first card, Nightmare Mermaid. So, Nightmare Mermaid, if this card's linked summon, you discard 1 card, special summon 1 Nightmare monster from your deck. Then, if this card was code linked when the effect was activated, you could draw a card. You can only use this effect of Nightmare Mermaid once per turn, and monsters on the field lose 1,000 attack and defense in case they are co-linked. So, okay, when you first think about Nightmare Mermaid needing a Nightmare material is fine, but there is a deck called Orchest. So what Orchest do is they make either Nightmare, Cerberus or Phoenix. Then they link that off for the Nightmare Mermaid, and this is where the shenanigans begin. Because what they do is they discard a card, summons Orchestrated Nightmare from the deck, and right then and there that gives them an is it Galatea the something Orchest Automaton? I believe I'm not too good with card names. And then all the Orchest plays go off from there. Honestly, I played against Orchest so many times, I know the combo. It's just not fun to play against something that just lets you go off and off. And gets your opponent to a point where you can't even play the game. Yugioh is like that right now, and also I hope that changes sometime soon. But so that is why I believe Nightmare Mermaid should get banned. Honestly, I did think about building Orchest for a short period of time, but the Ingesu is pricey as hell. Anyway, moving on to the next card I want banned, God Dragon Agapane. With God Dragon Agapane, you cannot special summon monsters except dragon monsters. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 dragon from your extra deck to an extra monster zone or main monster zone. You can summon it to that 2 or more link monsters, .2. You can only use this effect of God Dragon Agapane once per turn, and you can only special summon God Dragon Agapane once per turn. So, why does this card need to get it? I mean, aside from the fact that it's like a free Hot Red Dragon Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, or I think it's Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. Is it Bane or Abyss? It's a one of the two. It's like the level 10 one that negates a face card on the field for the turn. But God Dragon is ridiculous, and Agapane allows for so many degenerate boards to come out full of negates. Pendulum Magicians play it. There's Crusader God Dragon, Danger Thunder Dragon. I've seen a couple of times play the Agapane engine. I mean the God Dragon Agapane engine. I've seen so many decks play this, and it gets to a point where your opponent cannot do anything, and it's not a very interactive game. It is just it's just not fun for anybody. So God Dragon Agapane needs to go, just really for its implications on the meta, interactions on the meta, sorry, and that is just a card that doesn't allow. I mean, I get the point of the game is to like stop your opponent from playing at this point, but it's just like if you want a game to be interactive, Guard Dragon Agapane does not deserve to be here. I love the concept of the Guard Dragons, don't get me wrong, but getting getting like a free Dragon Bane, getting what, Borrowed Savage Dragon, plus a Heretic Sphere, the Heretic Link. Getting those on board is not fun to play against, and yeah, so sorry Guard Dragon Agapane, I do think you are going to go next form when the format changes. But anyway, moving on to my cards that I think are going to be limited. Sky Striker Mecha Module Multi-Roll. So with Multi-Roll, once per turn you can target one other card you control, send that card to the graveyard. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to spell card activations for the rest of the turn, even if this card leaves the field. And you can only gain that effect once per turn. But once per turn, during the end phase, you can set Sky Striker spells with different names from your graveyard up to the number of Sky Striker cards you activated this turn while this card was face up on your field, but banish those cards when they leave the field. Full disclosure, I do not play Sky Strikers. I barely know anything about them, but I've seen multi-roll go off. It's multi-roll areas, combos with Area Zero. It's not a fun deck to play against, especially since multi-roll, like if they use their somehow use all their engages at the in one turn, they can at least set one of them back for next turn. And then the stuff like Widow Anchor they can recycle. Shark Cannon, I don't think jamming Waves isn't a quick play if I recall, but there is, I think Eagle Booster is a quick play. You set up the Afterburners for next turn as well, but honestly, Sky Striker really needs to be checked in the meta. It's been up there for a while. I don't think they're going to hit Widow Anchor or Engage because they are getting reprints in the Battles of Legend that is just about to come out. And I wouldn't lie if I'm want to get a playset of each. But anyway, that's just personal. That's just, honestly, I've kept up to, yeah, I keep just saying I try to keep up with the meta. But honestly, I've played against Sky Strikers online. Multi-roll definitely deserves to go to 1. It's just a bit of a, it's a consistency boosting now that Kagari's gone to 1, but it really needs to go. They've got stuff like Hercules Base, and they've still got like draw power cards in Engage. So, yeah. Moving on to the next card that needs to go to 1, Yugioh Skull Dread. Like, okay. So, Yugioh Skull Dread is a Link 4 Dragon Monster, and it needs 2+ monsters with different names. This card gains effects depending on the number of materials used for a Link summon. If a monster is normal or special summon to a zone this card points to, it gains 300 attack. Once per turn, you can special summon one monster from your hand if you use 3 materials with different names. But if you use 4 materials with different names, when this card's linked, so you can draw 3 cards, and then place 3 cards from your hand on the bottom of the deck in any order. So here's the first effect, pretty okay. The second effect, okay, it's a bit abusable, but yeah, it's a bit abusable with multiple copies, but it's not to the point. In my experiences playing against Yugioh, it has not been to the point where they've been able to make a super broken board. But the part that does it for me is the draw cards. Your opponent can, with the put back 3 effect, they can put back 3 engine pieces that are dead in their hand potentially. And that's for Yugioh. It's not a flat once per turn. Your opponent can make multiple Yugiohs in one turn, get multiple special summons, and put lots of cards back to replenish their hand and go off on more combos to make unbreakable boards like Guard Dragons. I don't believe Pendulum Magicians use Yugioh. No, they don't because of the extra deck space. But yeah, Guard Dragons do it. Danger Thunder, I've seen it do it a couple of times. So okay, Yugioh really needs to go. It should have been gone last ban list, and we all know we were all expecting it to go sometime soon. So Yugioh's on the list for for those reasons. Moving on to cards I want to get semi-limited. Really, there's only well, actually, it's not more of a want. I do not want this to happen because I love the deck. But Salamangreat Gazelle, I think, will get hit to semi-limited. Worst case scenario, it gets flat out limited, but semi-limited, I'm okay with. Because you can still get into it. It's not a thing if it gets called by the grave, you lose the game. Anyway, with Salamangreat Gazelle, Salamangreat monster is sent to the graveyard except Salamangreat Gazelle during the damage step. You can special summon this card from your hand. This card is normal or special summon. You can send one Salamangreat card from your deck to the graveyard except Salamangreat Gazelle. You can only use each effect of Gazelle once per turn. So, I love Gazelle. I love it at 3. It's a great card. It's practically the combo enabler of the Salamangreat deck. But I do see it getting hit in some fashion because Sunlight Wolf plus you can get Raw Rage or in some cases both onto your board. And that's only using like half your hand there. That means you've still got a couple of spaces left for hand traps like Ash Blossom and Joy Spring or Effect Failers, Ghost Ogres. Even if you want to be that guy in a mirror match and play Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, which honestly I have not done. I do not have Winter Cherries, but I've thought about it. Getting Winter Cherries just for that reason. Yeah, so Gazelle is mainly here for the same reason Lady Debug got hit last ban list. It starts so many plays, and that is the reason it needs to go. It needs to get hit in some fashion because Salamangreat has been meta ever since the Structured Deck Soul Burner release at the beginning of the year. They left it unchecked in the last ban list, like everybody thought Gazelle was going to get hit in some sort of fashion. I don't think they'll ban it, I don't think they'll hit it to 1, but Salamangreat Gazelle going to 2 will slow the deck down a little bit, so I believe that is what will happen. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this video off here. Sorry if it's not like over the top analytical with the current metagame. Most of this was just my personal opinion. I will try to be more informed for the next Banlist production. But anyway, if you guys somehow enjoyed this video and my rambling, please hit that like button down below and don't forget to subscribe. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here for now. So until next time, may all your top decks be good ones.